because I know people like to watch recording. So I will say it again in case somebody's watching. Why is she wearing an orange cheetah print tank top? I'm not. It's my swimsuit. Okay. That's what I'm wearing because it's Memorial Day. I want to talk to you guys really quick about belief before we go any further. So it's the last day of the month. And so a lot of times for people, this brings up feelings of insecurity, feelings of fear, feelings of self worth, because we in our business operate by looking at our virtual office and looking at our points and assigning a label to what those points mean. So when we look at the points, we say, I'm doing well, or I'm not doing well, or I'll never make it, or success isn't for me. And what happens is you start to have a belief crisis. And so when I get into a belief crisis, I'm a blamer. I don't know what you guys do when you're in belief crisis, but I'm like, it's because of the products, or it's because of my people, or it's because of my customers. I just want to blame, 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 blame. And that doesn't mean I'm saying you should blame yourself. I'm asking you to remove the blame, because when you enter into a contract with yourself that you're going to become an entrepreneur, a lot of people that do this, they have to do so much research, and they join, or they join business groups, and they have an attorney, and they have all these people that are helping them open this brick and mortar business, and they are going through a lot of growth to make that happen, and then a lot of pain as they wait for it to lift off the ground. We're in kind of the microwave version of that because we jumped right into a business like immediately. We never really learn about business stats and ebbs and flows and the stock market and shipping and manufacturing. We're really just doing the advertising part, and many of us don't even know really what that means. And so we're learning as we earn, which is great, but we don't ever take the time to stop and look at beliefs. So I'm going to talk to you about that for the next couple of minutes, and then I'm going to give you a post that you're going to make, and you're going to roll your eyes out at me, as I said earlier, like fall right out, because you're going to say, Jen, I hate that post. I don't care, because every time I do this post, I get people. So results don't lie, right? So let's look at belief. Belief. So we know there's all these little categories of beliefs. I just want to talk to you about belief in yourself and belief in what you offer, and then belief in the people that say yes to you. So when we look at belief in ourselves, let's talk about that, because that one's rough. That one's really hard because we really have got this attitude where I'll believe in myself when I hit these certain goals that I've set for myself. So if I were to ask you, how would you operate your business if you were a diamond? I picture in my mind that you're going to change your posture a little bit, like, ladies, everybody line up. We're going to be doing this and this and this, and VA assistant, come over here, assistant. And like we just change the way we think we would operate because this label's been added to us. And y'all, it's not true at all. Like, I am not even kidding you. I remember being a diamond for 2 years, and I saw Jen Hawkins make this post that said something like, if you join, I will teach you everything it takes to get your very first bonus. And I literally was like, she got some system? Like, is there some? So I messaged her. I said, what are you going to teach them? She's like, well, just to add 3 people and get their bonus. And I was like, yeah, that's right. That's what you're going to teach them. Because it just is so hard for me still. I'm like, I sort of know what I'm doing, but not really. And so one day it'll catch on. I know it's been 8 years. That's the point that I'm trying to make for you, is that you will not arrive. Your belief in yourself will grow because you hit some particular external rank. The belief in yourself is this, and this is how I want you to litmus test yourself every single time. Your belief comes back to, do I want to serve people? And do I believe that they want to grow? Whether that means that they want to have results with their weight loss, or they want to have results with making extra money for their family. How many of you guys ever have someone come to you and you say to yourself, I don't think she would ever do this, or she's not going to do it. And you label them as they don't want it. And we do that for a couple of reasons. One is because we don't believe in them, but also it's because we don't believe in ourselves. Because that's just truth, right? Do you guys constantly walk around just believing in yourself all the time? You're like, I can do anything. I don't do that. Do you do that? Because if you do, I would say like you're an alien, because there's so much that proves that we aren't doing the thing. And that's where we focus. And I've told you that before, where we focus on where we're not living up to this standard that we've set for ourselves, everything else kind of fades away. That's the problem with what we focus on expands. It's not like the good still stays there in the same quantity, but we happen to be looking at the wrong thing. It's worse than that. It's way worse than that. We're staring at the bad and everything else literally dies off. And we don't want to do that to ourselves. So when you're looking at your belief in yourself, that's something that's a struggle. If you say, well, I can't believe until I hit this particular rank. Do you know how many years I've been at the same rank? Like, I cannot believe in myself until I can actually move forward. That's just not how it's going to work. When we don't believe in ourselves, the question is, do we believe that we want to serve people and help people? That's the question. Yes, I do. I do want to serve people. I do want to help people. Really, that's the only question we can ask, because the results come as they will come. I mean, you could have somebody with the snottiest, horriblest belief ever, or someone that's terrible at doing the business, and they happen to have a shining day where they say the right thing to the right person, and they say yes, and they end up growing a business. And so I'm going to ask you guys not to pivot this all on how amazing you are, how wonderful you are, how good are you at what you do. Just take it back to the core belief of what we do. And that is, do you want to serve people? Now, do you believe in what you offer? If you get into conversations and you're talking about all the prices, well, it's going to only be $89 right now. You're not offering the value in what it is that you're sharing with them. Like, there's so much more value than it's only $89. We want them to know, first of all, how much it was. So I have about $400 worth of products for $179 right now. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Is that in your budget? So that's going to go to the post that we're going to make. I'll read it to you in a second. When we look at the value and what we offer, when you're making a post, you have to think about a pain point for somebody. And I could think of a couple just right off the bat. Can you think of something that someone might struggle with that these products are going to offer value to? And it's hard, especially if people are coming for weight loss, because you know that now they're looking for a tangible result that they can measure. And that's something that's going to take time. It's going to include disappointment. It's going to include frustration. And you're signing up for that with them. But do you believe that the products can offer value in that area? I do. I believe that. And that's something that you have to ask yourself. And then finally, when we look at the value, the belief in the person that says yes to you. And that's the hardest part of all. Because what we like to do is say, I don't think she wants it bad enough. Or if she wanted it, she wouldn't have quit. I didn't quit. When I started my products, I didn't quit. Well, I have to say this, the 35 people that are on here, you're weird. Like, you're really weird people. Okay. We are the outside of the norm people. Like, we're the people that no one had to call and say, did you drink your pink drink? Did anyone in here, and if you did, I'm sorry for calling you out. Did anyone in here need their person that told them about Plexus to call them and remind them to take their product? Like, raise your hand. We are weird people. We didn't need that. Like, I don't have to say to somebody, well, if my upline would have come out here from Arkansas and done a sip and see for me, maybe I'd be double diamond. Like, that is utterly and completely ridiculous. And here's how I know this. I have 5 children. I parent the same. Some of them are killing it. Some of them ain't. And it has nothing to do with my parenting. Okay. So it's same thing with your business builders. So I want you guys to think about, do you actually believe in the people that have joined you? Do you actually believe that they want to experience a life change? Do you actually think that they would like to help supply extra money to their family, or they would like to not be in pain each day, or they'd like to lose weight? Do you actually believe that? Because a lot of times I don't. I label people as, you just want a quick fix. Well, this will be fun for the next 30 days. Can't wait for this experience. And then, was that really worth the $20 building business bonus? But all I did was prime the pump for bad results. So we're all going to go through that. So just question yourself each time as you're starting to get into a place of looking at your business. Do I really believe in myself? And that doesn't mean, what are my results showing? You know the results are possible because you've seen it for other people. Okay. Do you really believe in what you're offering, whether it's the products or the business? And do you really believe in the person that said yes? So Let me show you or read you this post I'm getting ready to do. I'm trying to find a cute picture of myself. I guess I could just show you my screen. Um, I'll give you some steps on how to do this, but don't look at all my tabs. It's ridiculous. You hate this post. I don't care. If you don't want to do it with the larger pack, I'll show you what it would be with the smaller pack. Some people say looking for 6 friends to test my pink drink inflammation combo. That would be the slim and the ease and the active before summer hits, and tell me how many inches puff you lose. And then you would say it's buy one, get 2 free. That's cheaper than what we can get. So that's the smaller pack, but I'm going to go for the bigger pack because here's what I think that I figured out. First of all, the bigger pack with the way that the retail pricing is, it's buy 4, get 4 free. That is huge. It's literally every product gets a free product based upon the price of that welcome pack. And I'll copy and post this and put it in the chat. And then I'm going to put testimonies in the comments. So hold on one second. Let me do that. So you guys can kind of change that the way that you want to change it. I'm just going to use a picture of myself with a product. I don't know which. I'm looking through my selfie file and seeing which one would fit with that. Why do we do this? Why do we do the bigger pack? Tell me if you like this way of thinking. A lot of times people will start with 3 products and then they end up dropping off. They're like, I'm not going to take that one. So now they're down to 2. I actually just think I like the one. Now they're down to 1. What if they actually get this? You tell them about the value of this really big pack. They are trying the products and they may have leftovers. They may have a bag of active and I don't know why they would have an extra bag of active, but Metaburn and maybe like a bottle of Balance, but they're still going to have to reorder the slim and maybe the 2 bags of lean. There's something that they're going to find. What are the odds that they would get 10 products and not find something that they love? Like, what are the chances of that? So, you've likely now gotten them this big pack that you could pare down, because mentally think about this. You get a welcome pack for $89 and next month you're paying $140 when the price goes up to the normal pricing. And they're like, oh, how did that happen? But if they start at the 179 point, which is what that would be with the specials going on, and the next month it's only 120. See what I'm doing? Show you what I'm doing. Okay, so I put that in the chat and I'm going to go find a cute picture. Okay, you're gonna love this, but I'm gonna go outside and take a picture with all the products in that pack because I can, and then use that. And then I'm gonna go live in my stories. I'm just gonna make a video talking about each of the products. And then have you guys ever added captions to your videos? It's right there near where the poll is when you go in your stories. I'm gonna do that so it's kind of writing over what I'm saying. And I'm gonna do all this wearing my swimsuit. So that's gonna happen. Okay, so I just put in the chat. This actually came from Sapphire Katie Ciccarelli. So she says when someone likes that post that you made, and you can go look at her page if you want to go see the post she made. I'll type in her name right here in the chat so you know where to go and look. But this is what she does. If someone likes it, she goes and sends them a message, says, hey, thanks for liking that post or giving me love on that post. I return the favor on some of your posts. But anyhow, were you just supporting or were you interested in more info? She said, always go and like some of their posts on their wall or comment on something. And that way you're making that trust connection. So I'm going into my stories, and Emily Roberts did this the other day. And I'm just literally saying, hey, I just wanted to make sure that you knew there was a special that's ending tonight. And here's what you're going to get. And especially with the larger pack, that's such a value. Keep that word in your mind, value. Don't think about it as sale. It's cheap, sale, lower the value, lower the value. No, value. There's so much value in what they're getting, not just in the results, but actually in the quantity of products that they're getting. So when you're talking live in your story, and you can do it hands-free, just talking about it, go and actually click on captioning, and it will caption what you've said in words over your face. So when someone that doesn't turn the audio on, which I never do, will actually still know what you're saying. Okay, I still have to do that in my stories, but I want to go ahead and give you the rest of what we're doing. I'll copy it and put it into the chat. We know it's the last day of the month. And so I want you guys to do a couple of things. I want you to go give some attaboys to the people that have been consistently using the products. They're not your business builders, but it's the end of May. You could say, just wanted to say good on you for another month of adding value to your body, your life. I can put some scripts there in the chat, but you're basically just thanking them, but empowering them at the same time. Then I want you guys to go to anybody that's a business builder, meaning they've added one person or more. And I want you to go and say, I want you to know, I see you. You're doing a great job. I cannot wait to see what this comp plan enhancement does for you in June. So you're really planting that excitement for them that even no matter how they end May, because we know May is a little bit of a slower month, June is going to be huge. Then I want you to be very aware. Do you have anyone on your team that uses preferred customer volume to qualify them? If you do, you need to be paying attention and making sure they understand that that will not commission qualify them starting June 1st. You don't want anybody angry and like saying things and getting all sweaty and red in their face. You want to make sure that they understand. So you want to make sure you have that awareness. So I'm going to go do attaboys. I'm going to check for anyone that's under 100 PV and just say, hey, I don't know if you're interested, but active is pretty amazing. I'm going to go and prepare people for June and say, you did an amazing job in May. Everything that you did for your business is not for naught. You're going to have an incredible June because of these comp plan enhancements, and remind people not to use preferred customer volume. So I'll go put all that in the chat. Okay, so we've got 10 minutes to go. And so for the people that have messaged me so far about that post, a couple of them have been ambassadors saying, okay, tell me again how this works. And a couple have been like, okay, so what would I get? So let me tell you how you answer both. The way that the special works is that Renew You large combo. You can do any of the large combos, but that one happens to have a really high percentage of it's already like 47 or it might even be 51. Actually, I think it's 51% off the retail price. So you're already getting this crazy good deal, like $400 worth of products. But then you've got the automatic $20 off that Plexus has already done. So it's already showing up as 189 in your virtual office. And then you can add the SAM 2020 code on top of that for 10% off. I also have coupons that give you $20 off, but I didn't include that in this because I didn't assume all of you would have that. So when you look at the retail cost of the triplex and a bag of active, that comes to what the cost, what they would have been paying, but they're getting all of those products. So they're getting 4 products really and 4 products free when you look at the retail pricing. Does that help? And then when people ask me about it, I'm not trying to convince them to order it. They message me because they're interested. I say, girl, let's get you started. Here's what you're going to get. And I'm giving them the value. You're going to get not wanting to snack on the couch at night because the lean tastes amazing. I'm going to send you a brownie recipe, how to make a protein brownie. You're going to get a daily drink, tastes amazing in the summer when you're walking the kids at the park. I'm giving them value. I'm projecting what it's going to be like for them when they start using their products. And I say, let's go ahead and get this done now before I head over to the pool. And I'll stay here as you're signing up in case you have any, like you stub your toe, which we all know they're going to stub their toe. So I'm going to wait right here and I'll be stalking you until you do it. And also don't forget this, when people go and add stuff to their cart and then their toddler comes in because they pooped on the floor, it's not that they don't want to order your products. They have to go and do other things in their life. And so if they don't finish it, it's okay. It doesn't mean never. It means something happened. Okay. Finally, I'm working through sending all these messages. I want to make sure people understand that June is going to be huge. So if anyone's sitting on your team deflated, if you're sitting there on your team deflated, you have something huge starting at midnight tonight, although you won't be able to log in until like 4 or 5 a.m. Let's pray for that, by the way, as they're changing over the reports for us to add in the customer reporting. When you wake up tomorrow, you have a comp plan that has added layers. Your points are going to go up across the board, company wide. We're seeing 20% increase in your points, and not for anything different other than just what you've already done, So be thinking about how you can move some of your people from a 30 PV bucket into a 50 PV bucket and so on. Remind your new people that they have free samples. I know this is probably going to get me in trouble, but I have some of my new people send themselves the new samples. I'm like, don't forget to get the Engage app because you could send yourself 3 free samples. And then they're trying new products and they're adding them to their order. Our already ambassadors are our very best customers. Let's get them ordering more and making them become Plexus. I can't even say the word. Plexus families. Okay. I'm going to go finish what I was doing. 8 more minutes. I hope you guys are having a great time ending your month. There's so much to do and there's so much excitement that I get like, I'm kind of excited. Oh yeah, you want the recipe for the protein brownie? Okay, I'll do it. Okay, so we're wrapping it up, and I just want to encourage you guys, if you're excited about something, and I don't know what excites you, it may be like you like making your own jewelry, or you may like reading books, or you're into history, or you like gardening, whatever that topic is that you're like, I know about this and it gets me excited. That energy that you give when someone's like, "What happens when you grow blackberries?" And you're like, "Girl," and you start telling them all about it, like, da 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 da, and then you put this, and then you use like pine needle. I don't know anything about gardening, but that energy that you get about something you know about, like, "Oh, you have to try this certain knitting needle. I'm telling you right now, you can knit like a fool." Whatever it is that gets you so excited, translate that energy into when someone asks you about the products. You get afraid to do that because you're like, I don't know, I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. You don't have to be. You just use what you've either heard from someone or what you've experienced about a product. If you ever been to a restaurant and you ask someone, "How is your salmon?" And the waitress goes, "I don't know, I don't like fish." You immediately are like, "Ugh, I don't know if I want that." Instead, you say, "It's a really popular dish. A lot of people like it." So if someone asks you a question you don't know the answer to, say, "Well, people love it. It's one of our best sellers." If you don't know if it's one of the best sellers, it could be. You don't know. So you can say that. So I want you guys to stop overthinking. I want you to be, when someone says, "What's the value in this?" I want you to say, the value is you're going to feel amazing. You're going to have a great summer. And even if you don't get the results you're looking for, you're going to get your money back. Let's do this. Do not wait for them to say, "Okay, I'm ready." Say, "You're ready. God just told me." No, don't say that part. That'd be weird. But just seriously, guys, say it in the affirmative, say it with the excitement of something that you already love, and you've got this. And tomorrow is June. It's going to be the greatest month in Plexus history. So go ahead and just buckle up. It's going to be amazing. Mondays and Wednesdays are power hours going forward at 10 a.m. We have our Power Partner Challenge. That's a weight loss challenge that's happening. It's going to be huge. We're doing a VIP event. We've got a new ambassador training, a gut health product training. If you're not in the Power Hour chat, you need to find someone to put you in there. I'm going to go and finish making the stuff for my stories because I didn't finish it. And you guys have a great Memorial Day. It was good to see all your faces. And we're going.